Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV on PlayFrame. It's night now, but it is for a good reason. You see, I spent a little bit of time between episodes going around and handling the last couple of quests in the area that I needed to do in order to be able to do this. Yes, we can fly again, which is going to make getting around this map and the other two maps, which we've been around a lot, very thoroughly, much easier and faster, and I appreciate that. Anyway, now you're caught up with everything I've been doing. I also made some tea for myself, and I've been better reminded to make tea for myself for these recording sessions, because one member of our community, named Resha, frequently, whenever they see me online with Derman, send in the mail to Derman a little package of chamomile tea as a reminder, and it's very cute. So here, we will have ourselves some tea in-game and in life. Refreshing. Okay. What a good bunch. Anyhow, let's resume. Estinian is frustrated by yet another mystery. Already. Though he lifted not a single claw, 'twould seem that Hraesvelgr wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us. Is that the mystery? What do you want, bud?
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
Huh, you unhappy. Weird.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other? Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Wait! I would join you! There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. and the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
Long story.
Comrades, sheathe your swords! There is no need for further bloodshed!
My lady!
She has come! Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more! Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low! The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend! Far from it! At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp, and I, for one, would not forsake it! Peace?
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
You're a peach. Thank you. Let us see how long this peace lasts. Yeah, Still, though, that was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. Can't fault you there. You are... Yep, you're right. I cannot argue. You know, it just sort of occurred to me, the old trope, the old, like, JRPG fantasy trope of, like, evil church doing evil things and being one of the main antagonist forces in these worlds does take on, like, a new angle in a universe in which the prayer of people has literal magic destructive power, and being able to wield that at large rather than just wielding, like, manipulation and resources and stuff like that. It brings a somewhat fresh, I don't know, a somewhat fresh spin on that old, somewhat tired trope. I like it. Lord Orchiffon has more than a few questions to ask. That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise Haloni that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. What is going on, Derman? It is such a long story. Sit down next to this chubby little chocobo and whatever that is, and I'll tell you a tale. Beg pardon, you traveled to the Churning Mists together? Along with Estinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Emmerich to Forton Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well. Derman and I shall await you there. How did you turn your bow into a lightsaber?
Praise Halone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father, for I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united.
But now we have none. During the war, the highborn needed men to lead, and the lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emeric prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emeric is the Archbishop's bastard son. Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emeric is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emeric's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emeric more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
See, this is that good 14 right here. Go and take out like the big obvious problem, the big bad, and it will solve some things, but 2 or 3 much more complicated problems will spring up in its place, or the thing you did will directly lead to those 2 or 3 much more complicated problems. This is the good stuff. How's everyone doing, by the way? Full glad am I to see the chaos in our streets quelled. For a time we feared it might spread into the pillars. I'm not gonna ask you a million questions. I think I asked those already. How about you? Of all the people, He should know better. Far be it from me to criticize a man for his blind idealism, but he might at least have pretended to consider another course. If we must risk the fortunes of our house to bring this truth to light, then so be it. But are you truly prepared to do this? To face the Heavensward in battle if you must? Have no fear, father. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. I promise you we shall prevail. I like your attitude. Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. Sounds like a plan. Where do I start? Thanks for the pants. The last thing's unrelated, but still, thank you. Adversity acquaints a man with strange bedfellows, as Alphino knows only too well. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our back, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alphino. Not even the assembled might of House Fortin and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. But with the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses. Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Emmerich's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alphino, and I would have you and Derman reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and a sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Estinian, will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The Dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise. Derman, we should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. Sounds like a plan. Let's go. High time we checked in on Tataru anyway. Tataru! Still in here? There you are. It would seem that the Forgotten Knight was spared the worst of the earlier chaos. Derman, Alphino! Gods, I've been worried sick. It's good to see you. And you, Tataru. How did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gibrion? Doggone it, I really need to decide on something. Gibrion and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully, but what about you two? What came of your journey? You're not serious. What was Sir Emmerich thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker if ever I heard one, but mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let's all make inquiries below. Boy, Tataru, you have been busy out here. I don't think I've gone down below yet. Let's go down below. Pardon me. So, to explain what I think is going on here, these two are involved in the Dark Knight job quest, and what we have here is a Dark Knight lavishing some praise upon them. And that's really the whole story, but what a thing to stumble upon. Environmental storytelling. Anyway, this is the Broom. I don't think we've actually been down here much. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess. And I appreciate that you can immediately see the visual difference as soon as you come down here. Lots more people looking poor, being cold. Lots of rough construction where there's clearly a bunch of damage that's not been dealt with yet. Huh? What's that? Speak up. I can't hear as well as I used to. Not helpful. Sorry to bother. Excuse me, not meaning to interrupt the snowball fight. I don't know a God's damn thing about the Mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Okay, well, thank you. Tough crowd. Hello. A mongrel. Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. This isn't working. Alphino? I hope y'all have had better luck. At first, the people here were a bit standoffish, but with a little effort and a lot of parley, I've managed to make plenty of friends. I'm not surprised. Not a single shred of information. Just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it's good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever. Yep, that's something. Alphino is not one to be easily deterred. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gibrion knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard whispers of the Mongrel before. We can only hope that he'll be more forthcoming than the others. Fingers crossed. Man, I forgot how compact this expansion is, story-wise. Like, we're over halfway through it now. Well, over halfway through the base expansion, like not counting all the patches that'll follow, which will probably near double its length, but still. It's nice. It's like breezier. It's got a lot more just fluff cut out. It's better for it. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Derman. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction. But to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier or Crozier. People were telling me that it's not actually a French pronounced word. That one's actually just a real one. Crozier. Or something like that. Crozier? Man, who knows? Who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed? You've got yourself a deal. Hello, Market. I have been sent to pick up some herb. And not like in an illegal way that I'm aware of. So, you're Gibrion's errand boy? Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always? Right. Any road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. This is legal, right? You know what? Ignorance is bliss. I'm gonna stop asking questions. Gibrion! I have acquired the herb. Well, you're gonna hand them over or not? Well, here you go. This nameless flora has a pleasant enough scent to suggest that it is most likely not poisonous. Well, that's something at least. This ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people and who knows what stories they'll share. Are you giving me hints? Can I have some? Gibrion has a faraway look in his eyes. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Hiritha is her name. Hiritha? Hiritha? Could you all use some easier to pronounce names, please? I'm gonna go with Hiritha. I don't think it's that, but I'm gonna go with Hiritha. Hiritha is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or other, I forget. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? You got it, wink wink. Okay. Where is she? You know what? Hiritha rolls off the tongue a little better. Or at least sounds more pleasant. Let's go with that. Hello. Yes, I'm Hiritha. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, sir? You don't have some wine. This wine is cooled after its first mulling and allowed to sit for a fortnight before mulling a second time with a fresh muslin bag of spices for delivery to one Hiritha. Enjoy. I accept tips and information. I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare, her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. It was not more than infatuation what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, God's the scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a Hure made it so much... Well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out into the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Quality gossip, but I don't think... Well, Gibrion, I have more questions. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Indeed. You are getting somewhere with this, I trust. I'm kind of on a timetable here. Gibrion's face is a mask, but beneath it you sense something old and bitter. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Gerald Dew, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. This is quite the scavenger hunt you're sending me on, but okay, I'll bite. Gerald Dew, or Gerald Dew, I forget how G's are supposed to be pronounced at the beginning of French names. Halone's blessings be upon you, sir. A gift for me. Yes, indeed. Have yourself a double mulled wine. Information, please. The scent? How reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was. So full of love for her fellow man. It was that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying, even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. Well, that's something. A picture is starting to take shape here, thank you. Gibrion, I think I'm starting to get it. She was a remarkable woman, Derman. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future. For her daughter's future. But where, though? Could you tell me where? Again, time is a factor. Gibrion has the look of a man weighing his words with the greatest of care. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us, and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Derman, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the Mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Sort of helpful, but also... Okay, I'll go looking. Alright, I'm here again. Still looking for the Mongrel. Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a Mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair, or one with raven black eyes and ruby red hair. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you, though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't to the broom. Do you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? I mean, I really hoped that... Oh. Alpha, no, this isn't working out. Have you made any progress, Derman? I've delivered 2 wines. How about you? So our Mongrel was born of an Elysian noblewoman and a Huron maidservant. Granted, it's no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. We do have less than an hour. Alphino's considering how best to proceed with the hunt for the Mongrel. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh, confound it, she went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Derman. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. Ah, jeez. I mean, it's not like it started well, either. Tataru! You cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of Tataru. Great. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either? Ah! I'm sorry, forget I said anything! Wait, down there. Isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her. Quickly, Derman, after them!
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House Four Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hilda!
Lay a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand.
Hello.
And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
Well, hello there, new friend. For once, it would seem the fates are smiling upon us. Had those ruffians forced our hand, I dare not think what would have ensued. They don't care much for my story about the weathered cane. What did you tell them? Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, huh? The Forgotten Knight, say. Okay. Works for me, it'll be warmer in there. Okay, all right. So, introductions. Okay.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hells?
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy. And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
Oh dear. Well, all right, team. Feeling ready? If it's a fight you want, then come and get it. What she said. My, such fury. Patience, my queen. We've only just begun. Oh, jeez. No.
Right there!
Nope. Stop it. Stop it. Defensor Sharber. Kill the rebels. Who else is talking? Ah, man. Damn, there's no end to them. It seems you're beyond reason. How marvelous.
You disgust me.
No healing, please. I request you quit. Stop this, all of you! It is madness. Why are you fighting? Lord Olshifon, over here! Please assist. How fitting. The noble bastard and the mongrel bitch. This mongrel bitch is gonna put a bullet between your eyes.
Bear witness!
Almost got him. Why are you invincible? Stop being this. No, for real, why are you invincible, though? Hey. This is cheating, this thing you're doing. There we go.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough!
What?
Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heavensward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavensward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavensward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Aye. Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
All right then. Look at us all gathered. I never liked him, not since his days as an Inquisitor. He took far too much pleasure in his work. Time is of the essence, Derman. We must move quickly before they discern our intent. First Sir Grinno and Sir Polycren, maybe, and now this Sharabear character. I mean, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are all the Knights of the Heavensward this bad? So far, yes. I'd not reckoned with the Temple Knights' involvement. Not as enemies, at any rate. It's not looking good for us, but that's okay. Here, we'll wrap this quest up. Let me guess. You're wondering why I chose the Mongrel, right? Because it's what I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pure blood pups have more in common with more than the bleh. Let me try that again. Besides, even my pure blood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. None of them are well bred. Hell, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Story old as time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow, like them in House Ionar. Of course you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. I agree. And I like you. And I also like that I found you finally. Alright. Well, looks like we're going to be going into the vault next time. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I will see you Friday for the raid of the vault. Do take care. It's not a real raid, it's just a dungeon, but still. Do take care, and goodbye.